Mm. Good evening, Siouxland. This is Stacy with Siouxland Magazine, and I am excited to have you joining me this evening for our nonprofit spotlight. I always love this time. It's just the time and space that we all come together. We can find out about a nonprofit in our community, what they are doing to make our community better, and how we can get engaged and how we can help. So tonight, my special guest is Miranda. Hello, Miranda.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing well. I'm so excited to have you with me tonight. Thank you for being here.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Miranda is with the Pier Center for Autism. And if you are not familiar with this organization, you certainly are going to want to get comfortable, settle in, and join us in this little conversation that we are going to have tonight, because you guys are doing some amazing things. And you always know that when you see that organization is getting to the point where like it just keeps needing to expand. But I'm not going to go into that yet. We'll get there. First, let's just talk about the organization. Can you give us a little backstory, why you guys exist, what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Pier Center was founded in 2014, and then shortly after, they needed some help. So we are part of Midstep Services. They gladly became our parent company, and we were able to expand services. And so we're kind of here because there were no autism services in Siouxland community. And still at this point, it's about an hour drive in any direction to get any kind of autism services like we provide here. So
Yeah,
we
that's
are
too
one of
far.
a kind.
That's too
Yeah,
far, an hour. Can you imagine? Mm.
yeah. And it's an hour and then it's every day. We have really intense services. So we see clients anywhere from 10 hours a week to 30 hours a week. So it's a long period of time.
Yeah, and you work with individuals like just one-on-one or in group settings both, do you not?
Yes, we do. So in clinic, we actually, all of our kids and young adults have a one-on-one therapist. And we also have a social smarts group that meets one time a week, and they are in a group setting.
Okay. And so when you talk about this need for someone here in our community to help, what can you expand maybe a little bit on what that need is? Because it seems that over the last several years, decades, the rate of autism has gone up. How many people
Yeah,
do we see with autism in our community? Do you know that?
I am not sure of the number, but right now, I'm pretty sure it's 1 in 54 people are diagnosed with autism. And so, if we're looking at Siouxland, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so we're seeing kids being diagnosed younger, which is great because early intervention services are awesome. But we definitely have a lot of people in needs of services right now.
Yeah, I mean, one in 54.
Yes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people when you think about, I mean, we're 80,000-ish, but Siouxland, like surrounding,
Right.
100,000, close to that. So
There's a
that
large
amount of
need.
people not previously, before 2014, not being able to get help here, but having to drive over an hour, that just wasn't really acceptable. So
No.
applaud you guys. Thank you for coming to just stepping up and coming here to help. So let's talk a little bit more about this. So I know you have something called applied behavioral analysis. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on that for everyone watching?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do applied behavior analysis therapy here with our kids. So it's kind of a subset of psychology. We shorten it to ABA because that's a lot of words to put in your mouth. So it's kind of the subset of psychology where we do a lot of positive reinforcement to essentially we break down really big skills into really small skills. So if you're looking at, a neurotypical kindergartner, they might be able to look at the alphabet and learn the alphabet all at one time. Whereas our kids, we might take 3 letters and repeat those same 3 letters for 4 or 5 weeks until they learn those 3 letters. And then we move on to the next 3 letters. And then we kind of put it all together at the end.
Mhm.
instead of doing really big concepts, we make them really small and kind of manageable.
I was just saying manageable. So you break it down. I love that. So you're helping people learn in a way that they need to learn or they can learn.
Absolutely. All of our kids have really individualized curriculum. So whatever way they learn best, that's the way we're going to teach them.
Yeah, which is so great because I can only imagine that breaking it down in a way that they can grasp it and they can learn it, how positive that has to be in their experience, right? To be able to feel like they can accomplish something and that sense of pride. And I think that just feeds into wanting to learn more.
And I think it's nice, one of the job perks, one of the things that I say is my favorite about the job is that it really makes you appreciate really small things in life. So, going and being like, oh, I had a kid zip up their zipper for the first time today. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but everyone in the clinic has a whole party when something like that happens. So
I actually think it's those things that almost seem like a bigger deal when you really like just take a step out of it and you look at it from that place.
Right.
That's a huge thing, right? Things that we take for granted, kind of put it in that perspective.
Exactly.
Those things we take for granted, they're such big deals. And I love that you celebrate them. That's incredible. So talk to us a little bit more about other things that you do at the clinic.
Yeah, so we always joke that we're kind of a jack of all trades clinic. So we do anything from communication. So some of our communication for our kids is turning around when their name is called. Some of our communication for our kids is having a conversation. Some of our communication is, asking for things with a picture instead of their words. We teach some social skills in clinic when we do things like playing board games or doing some group instruction. So we have a little group instruction set up. We also have a social smarts group, and they meet and work on some of those bigger social skills. So sometimes they'll do things around the holidays where it's like, if you get a Christmas present and you already have it or you don't like it, what's an appropriate thing to say versus the first thing that comes out of your mouth? We do a lot of reduction of challenging behavior. So, we do see a lot of kids that have some pretty severe challenging behavior, and it's nice to work in a place where we don't turn kids away because of their challenging behavior. We do feeding therapy. And recently, my other behavior analyst, Maddie Lilly, has really done a great job of expanding our research. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we've submitted a research project about teaching kids with autism how to wear a face mask to our big journal in behavior analysis. And so we partnered with Briarcliff for that. And so, this small little tiny autism clinic in Sioux City, we're doing some really big things. So.
Oh, well, congratulations on that. That's fantastic. And I love to hear that there's collaboration happen. That's like one of my favorite things is when I hear about different organizations and businesses collaborating in Siouxland just to help each other out. And then we all, again, move forward. So that's exciting. So how many families are you guys serving right now?
So right now we're seeing about 20 social smarts families outside of the clinic. We just don't have enough room for them in the clinic. And then we are currently seeing 16 other families, but that, in the clinic with those families, like I talked about earlier, their hours are really long. So we have gone in the last 2 years from seeing families for 180 hours a week, and we're up to about 330 hours a week. So we've really expanded, but we're seeing 16 families for 330 hours a week in the clinic.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, my brain's spinning now because you and I just talked a little bit ago about 1 out of 54 people statistically have autism. And so when we start doing the math, we start looking at the size of Siouxland area. And now you're saying you guys can help 16 families. That must mean that there are families or individuals out there who could use your help, but unfortunately you just don't have the means to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be right?
Now we have a wait list of 70 families.
70?
70 families.
Oh,
Right.
And
it's heartbreaking. I never want to tell a family to be like, oh yeah, I can help you, but I can help you in 2 years. A lot of these families need help immediately.
Yeah. Now, and every day is critical
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I'm understanding that you guys are currently in a capital campaign so that you can expand and we can get those 70 families off that waiting list. Yes?
Yes, that is our goal. That is what we want to happen.
Yay. Oh, and what a challenging time with COVID, and everything that's going on to be able to do a capital campaign.
Yeah, we definitely were not planning for this pandemic when we started this new building
No.
that we started.
I feel for you. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about everybody just doing a little bit,
Yes,
little bit at a time. It all adds up. It all helps. So you're doing this campaign right now. How much are you trying to raise?
we are trying to raise 1.2 million.
All right, so that's it. So we just need 1.2 million, guys. I hope we got a lot of you watching out there tonight. And it is, what, at the end of the day, these things, I've got some experience with this in past career in fundraising, and this community, Siouxland community, is just incredible. They really do rise up when it's needed. There is certainly a need. With 70 families on a waiting list, there is a need, and what you do works. It's successful. It's making a difference in people's lives. So I want to really encourage people out there, to help where you can. Again, I know there's a lot of great organizations out there, a lot of nonprofits, a lot of people raising funds. But if this is one that you are passionate about, do what you can and never let it be one of those things where you're like, well, I just can't do much. Um, I'm kind of cheesy sometimes. I always relate things to a pizza or a coffee, or it's like, oh, can I give up a pizza tonight? Donate 25 bucks, donate 30 bucks, what you can, because that's where it makes a huge difference. Because people go, oh, what I would donate doesn't matter. But it does, because if every single person just threw in $5, we've got 100,000 people in this town, or in the surrounding area. So it matters. So if you can support, that would be fantastic. Of course, as always, I have their website on here and their Facebook page. So feel free to jump on either of those platforms and you will find out how to donate if it works for you. And the other thing too, I always love to encourage is just like their Facebook page. Uh, I love being able to just stay in the loop. I know I do that with so many organizations because I want to know what's going on. I want to make sure if a fundraising event is happening or anything, right, that we don't miss out and we don't regret that later. So like their Facebook page. So any other ways that people can help besides the capital campaign and the donation? Is there anything else people can do?
Like you said, they can definitely follow our Facebook page.
Mhm.
In the time of COVID, we have been asking for some cleaning donation products. If you're out at Walmart and you see Clorox wipes,
Yeah.
we are going through those pretty quickly. We also are, I know that Stacey just talked about how you don't think your donation matters, but up until the end of the year, we have an opportunity through the Gilchrist Foundation, and they are matching all your funds. So if you donate $5, that means you donated $10.
Yay!
So that will be great. And so, your impact will be doubled, and you don't have to do anything with that. So
Yeah. Oh, the Gilchrist. They are wonderful. That is just a wonderful foundation. Mm, they do so much to make a difference in this community.
they
So
really
that's
do.
exciting. So we have matching going on. So yes, I love it. Makes your donation that much more impactful. So awesome. And that's till the end of the year.
Yes.
End of the year. Okay. So we're mid-November-ish, somewhere in here. Not a whole lot of time left, about a month. So jump on and do what you can. Anything else, Miranda, that you would like to share with everyone before we wrap up tonight?
I just want to make sure that, thank you to Siouxland. We're very happy to be in this community. I'm not originally from Iowa. I am from West Virginia and moved here for this job. And I really think I moved here because I wanted that community feeling. I wanted to make sure that the place I worked had that feeling of community and small nonprofit. And that's what we have here. And we're thankful for everyone's support throughout the past years, and I'm excited to see where we grow.
Oh, well, we are lucky to have you here, Miranda. So thank you for everything you do. And please extend my thank you to everyone there. Appreciate the hard work that everyone's doing to make a difference. And if you guys out there, like I said, if you're out there and you want to help, visit the website, visit that Facebook page, make a donation. It's matching time. So do that and like their Facebook page. And one other thing you can do that's super easy and free, share this video. The more people that we can get this in front of, the better, because you never know who will see it when you share it. That might be able to make a nice donation. So appreciate that as well. And if you happen to be with a nonprofit and you would like to do one of these nonprofit spotlights, just like Miranda did, it's super easy. All you have to do is go to SiouxlandMagazine.com. My contact information is on the bottom of the page. Just reach out and I will get you scheduled. Would love to have you. And of course, don't forget to pick up your copy of Siouxland Magazine. Our newest issue is out, the kindness issue. Super, super excited about it. Some really great stories about people and organizations that are making a huge difference. So you are gonna love it. And if you don't want to grab a hard copy, you would prefer digital, of course, that is on SiouxlandMagazine.com as well. Appreciate all of you for joining us tonight. Thank you again, Miranda. Have a great night. And for all of you out there, we will see you next time. But in the meantime, remember to just take little moments for yourself. Self-care is so important during these times. And then also don't forget to just look out for others and make a phone call or do what you need to do to make sure that no one out there is feeling alone. We all want to take care of each other and continue to make this community the absolute best that it can be. Appreciate all of you. Have a great night. Thanks.